Alright, this week I'm building a deck around the bus. So the bearers for the deck are all set up and in place and ready for the joists to go on top. The one thing I've not done yet is there's one more of these that I need to get in the ground at the other end. The reason I want another one of these is because I want it to wall off the back end of the deck, stop the wind, give us a bit of privacy. The issue is these are heavy. I've moved them in before, but I moved them in with a friend, and I don't know, attempting it by myself might be stupid. I'm going to do it anyway, but it might be stupid. We'll see. This is the hole where I want the post to go, but the post is massive. So I've put this bearer in place early so that it will kind of act as some support. So once it's in the hole, it shouldn't fall that way. There's still a danger, I think, that it could fall that way, or worse still, crash into the roof, which wouldn't be very good. But my hope is that once it's in there, I can then just stake it into the ground with these, screw that in, and that will be enough to hold it in place. Then I can put some concrete in and it should all be fine. That went in really easily. I don't know what I was making such a fuss about. I think last time it was because these were a bit bigger and also they were new, so wet from the timber yard added a lot of weight. So yeah, that was really light, easy to put in. I got most of the joists done on the deck yesterday in this area to the right, and this morning I'm going to tackle that area in front of the bus door. So that area is less wide. I've designed this around the kind of pieces of timber you get, so there's not too much wasted. So the timber lengths are 6 meters, which is about 20 foot. So I'm using the longest section of that along here, and then the offcut I'm going to use along the bus door. The bus curves around a bit, so the lengths are slightly different. So I think I'll just leave them long and then snap a chalk line on them and cut them all straight when I've finished. This is the last joist that I'm going to put in on top of the bearers. The next one I'm going to put in between the bearers, and that's because I want the level to drop so that I can make some steps and then match it to that little gravel pathway there. So I'll do that for now, and then the next thing I'm going to do is, I think I'll put the decking boards on next, because otherwise we're going to end up with a bit of a sort of a trip hazard when we come out of the bus, which won't be much fun. So this next, then I'll put some boards down. Who? Did you?
Wow, so exciting. I wondered what the delivery was about.
I thought she'd be thinking of that. So far, I've just been going around and toe nailing each of these joists into the bearer with a nail, which is okay, but it's not that strong. So I'm going to go around now and add a bit of extra strength with these. These are wire dogs. They're pretty cool. They're sort of, as you can see, angled in either direction. So you can, when you've got two bits of wood that cross each other, you can put one in the top, one in the bottom. Works quite well. If you live somewhere where you get hurricanes or things like that, then Simpsons do a kind of strong tie for hurricanes, which are probably a bit better than that. But I've not seen these elsewhere. I think they might be just a New Zealand, Australia thing, maybe. I don't know. Do you ever use wire dogs? Let me know. I think they're cool. I'm just putting down the first decking board, which is very exciting. Normally I just sort of slam the screws in wherever I feel like putting them, but I watched this thing on Scott Brown Carpentry the other day where he said it's a good idea to kind of label up where the screws goes, make a little thing so that you get the same pattern all through the deck. I thought that was a nice idea, so I'm going to give it a go. On the ends of these boards here, there's a good chance they'll split if I just whack a screw straight in, so I'm actually going to pre-drill them first just to make sure. Let's put these last two screws in. You know, I've built a deck before and I just slammed it all together with screws. It was fine. This one, I thought I'll watch a couple of videos from professional deck builders and improve it a bit. And so one of the things they said to do was just to make each gap perfect. So I'm using the same spacing, so I either need to use, because none of the boards are ever straight, so I either need to use a clamp to bring them back in together to make the gap perfect, or I need to use a wedge to push them apart. Then I'm sort of, you know, screwing them in using a template so they're accurately screwed in. I'm pre-drilling them at the ends of each line. It's taking forever. It's taking so long. Honestly, I don't know if it's worth it. But I've done these three. They look nice, I suppose. I sort of feel like I have to continue now. It's nuts, isn't it? As if anyone is ever going to know. It's not like anyone's going to come around my house and be walking on the deck and go, oh, look at the spacing between those boards. They look really good. It's not going to happen, is it? This is just for me. I don't know. I'm going to keep going. I've done three. I've got so many more to do. I'm going to keep going. Let's keep doing it. There you go. 3 boards. It's just enough.
That's great. We're sitting on the deck together.
Yeah. This much deck. It's actually quite big, eh?
It's a huge one.
Gonna take ages. I started putting these boards down the other day. I only got 4 done and the deck's massive, and I thought, oh, this is going to take ages. I thought there's got to be a better way of doing this. There's something really inefficient about it. I mean, there's something really inefficient about me. So, you know, I put the board in place, then I measure it, then I cut it to size, then I drill the holes at the ends if I need to pre-drill them, then I put the screws in. And the problem with that is you're switching between all these different tools, between a saw and a drill and an impact driver, and you're walking from one end of the deck to the other, forgetting where you put your pencil and where you put your tools. And I thought there's got to be a better way of doing it. So today I thought I'm going to get much more organised. So I wrote out a cut list of every single length that I need for the deck, and I'm just batching it out. So I've got a mitre saw, so it's just much faster at cutting wood. I've put a stop block down, so it's gonna, just so I can just do repeat cuts again and again and again, and I'm gonna be more like a factory worker. I'm just gonna churn out all the bits, and then when I've got all the sizes, I'll put them where they all need to be on the deck, line them up, Hopefully I'll clamp them into place with the biggest clamp I can get, and then I should just be able to like smash out the drill and then smash out the impact driver and get it all done quicker and more efficiently. That's what I'm going to do today. That actually worked, and now all of the cuts are lined up correctly with the joists. So my next step is to go around and pre-drill the wood at any places where I think they need to be pre-drilled. I'm going to leave it there for this week, partly because I'm getting a bit tired and partly because I'm running out of screws. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week.